and I think that hot streak's going to stay around, and they're going to make a lot of shots, the Cavaliers.
The tip is won down that entry pass intended for Mo Wagner.
That's been one of the problems for Orlando, consistently.
By their injuries, and the injuries have been many for this Orlando team. We'll detail that in a Here's Darius Garland, works on Fultz, bounces off to Mobley. Stevens tries it again. As this man had a terrific rookie campaign. He'll work on Evan Mobley, takes a 15-footer.
In the NBA this season, he shoots it well with range. He passes the ball, he rebounds.
60-plus games in there, including the one here on this floor on Wednesday. They took out the 76ers. Banchero, he got bit.
And Banchero's getting over 8 free throws per game as a rookie. That's a lot. Looking at that, trying to shoot over his arm outstretched.
We've been extremely fortunate that we have young guys that care so much about.
They make threes in a game. They seem to hang in all those games with their three-pointer players out all the time. I feel
the Sixers. Love back on the floor. Pivots a number of times. Took some. Banchero straight away works on Mobley. Down the alley. Hangs. Float. LeVert recalibrates. Works on Wagner to the basket. Lays it. Amadi Diakite, who made his first Cavalier start here on Wednesday, and it was a good one as Mitchell fought Joel Embiid here 2 nights ago. Mitchell been on fire.
They seem to have a feeling that players nowadays don't come back.
A sluggish first half.
Anthony, the idea was this guy would come in and
just his second in the NBA. Anthony led the Magic in scoring as here's Garland back on the Jamal Mosley. No surprise as the basketball works on Diakite. It crosses him over to the basket. He thought it might be Jabari Smith out of Auburn.
The development of his career in the NBA, it had to sit out that long.
LeVert darts a pass inside a look.
Need come up on the other side, use that left hand off the glass.
Anthony a drifting three. Osman rebounds. Here's LeVert. LeVert pulls up.
For the Cavs to get their offensive game to go, and I expect they get the game under control.
The Magic have the basketball, trailing 27-25 as a Ross. Osman chased by Ross, works into a double, deals to LeVert. Harris the target.
And then if he can't get it,
Garland. Yeah, it's interesting. Tav Evans taking only one shot. He's dished out a couple of assists. Okoro from the corner. Got it.
Harris given the green light after his last performance, right?
Anthony down to 1. His 9-1-1 3 goes off iron. Lopez may have the injury issues. They continue to play hard for Coach Mosley. Batted by both Wagner and Lopez. Steal as Garland puts it up. Well against the Cavs. They pressed them in the first meeting between these teams despite the record. But it's grabbed by Fultz. Fultz on the run. Down the lane he goes. Fultz is picked up by LeVert. Stops at the elbow. Shovels to Wagner who spins and scoops.
And Stevens and Kevin will advance the ball.
Magic are 2 of 8 from deep. Donovan and Stevens complete the fivesome. Garland shakes on Harris to the basket. Scoops. Missed it. Fultz. Swoops one off the Banchero. Now it's Anthony who pulls up. Contested pitch. Love operates on Fultz. Banchero cheats over. Love perfectly timed opening. Deals to Stevens. Stevens works his way to the basket. Wow, Ball with a second rejection. Mobley. Cole runs the floor. Bounces off to Harris. Puts it up. Puts it in. It's the rookie out of Stephen F. Austin. Mitchell. Crossed over Wagner. Deals to Stevens, who's wide open. He's 4 games with an illness. Banchero, the money got fouled. Wagner out of the corner. Back at the elbow, finds LeVert. LeVert back to Mobley. Now the pass to Love. Love takes a dribble. Hey! Doesn't. Mobley. Wow. Right pass back.
Banchero's face.
What about the shot selection in that first half offensively?
Don got hot early, and sometimes when that happens, it's just passing the ball. If we break the paint, we've done our job. Someone helps pass the ball.
Cavaliers this season, 31.5 threes per game as Mitchell fires from the elbow. Garland pedals into the forecourt, stops to the top of the key. 3 on the way. Fultz going to get inside. Injury start this season, just returned this week as a tough shot by Garland. That was roll to 2. Banchero running start toward Mobley, gets to the basket and lays his shoulder. Played only 33 combined games his first 2 seasons after being selected #1 overall as guard.
I think the pick and roll has obviously been a big piece for us.
Deals back to Love, shot clock down to 4. Mobley operates from the high post, floats it up at the moment as Paolo pulls up, knocks down a 3. Shooting. This man has a chance to be in that 50-49 arena as under 5 remains here in this third quarter. Mitchell pulls up. Oh,
Bickerstaff did not put Love in there instead of DIC because he likes keeping Kevin Love.
Bolt ships it back to Mo Wagner for 3. 3 of 5 from the field. His Cavaliers own this 9-point lead. LeVert into Mobley, inside rebound from Wagner, and he'll take it himself. Mitchell pulls up over Houston. Hey! Rebound. Love off the Cavalier bench has 9 boards in 19 minutes. They converted them
Earlier, but held it long enough to let him get behind the defender.
Well, got that secondary, not be able to shoot it. Nice job. Well executed by the Cavs.
Yeah.
And a Cavalier defense that allowed the Magic to shoot 54% in the first half. Gave up only. Cole Anthony pulls up his mid-range.
By stopping the opponent because the Magic will be right back in the game if you let him hang around.
Houston.
Wagner figured out. Every time I go near the rim, I don't come.
Meanwhile, here's Darius Garland. The Cavs have some work to do as Garland sends it underneath the Mobley. Great catch! Awesome. To Mobley! 58% from the...
And there are so many competitors on this team, so that has to say a lot about Evan.
Wagner to the basket.
Got up that time. The result.
One to the basket. There's a steal. Garland still down. Banchero going to dunk. Go. Wagner rebounds. The 12 down the lane. Stops, floats, and turns to Mitchell. Uses the Mo Wagner screen. Underneath the basket he goes. Dumps off to Wagner, who banks it. Draws a double. Off to Mobley. Mobley steps into a 3. Oh! Franz with the basketball. Looking for an opening. There's that 3, and he hits it. Mitchell up top. Deals to Garland. Garland fakes a 3. Garland fires a 3. Garland in his back pocket.
8 points from the foul line.
He's had his fingerprints all over this ball game tonight. Franz Wagner to the basket. Des, arguably, maybe more than any other player, considering the way the Cavs like on a couple of charges as well here this evening.
Well, you the whole time.
Back in the lineup. 11-point, 10-rebound game. Banchero to the basket. Magic team this season. Tonight was no exception. The Cavaliers.
Game, knew he was feeling good right in the beginning and continued throughout the night.